Hey guys, it's Quirky Turtle, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys all of the update 1.2 spoilers for Ember Knights. So the Ember Knights update is called Knights Reforged, and I'll go over the overview of what's going to be coming in that update. So starting with Wightsbury and Anville balancing, we don't have any exact numbers for that, so I'll just say right now what my speculation is, which I expect there to be some sort of max HP and damage, like balancing for each enemy in that world, and maybe some other room modifiers, or not necessarily modifiers, but like different room layouts or maps, stuff like that. That's what I'm guessing. A big part of the update is mod balancing slash replacing slash reworking, like that kind of thing. That's a big portion of it. Then there's some relic stuff that there's a few things that we know about, and hopefully a lot more. The Ember Tree stuff. So they have updated the Ember Tree. There's a lot of bonus things. Like I'll get into it deeper later on, but it looks really cool. And there's a few more cool surprises. So starting with the weapon modifiers. For the Ember Blade, they replaced 4 mods. So the 3 mods that are completely gone is Fortune, Slice, and Stoicism. Fortune and Slice was pretty good. Stoicism, I never really saw anybody use. I only ever used it while trying to do demons. Didn't really seem too useful. So there's 4 new mods, as I was saying. Mod 1 looks pretty cool. I'm not really sure what it is going to be, but I'm assuming it has something to do with like the sword attack, obviously. Mod 3 has something to do with lightning, so it'll allow you to build into a lightning build, I'm assuming. And then Mod 2 looks pretty similar to what Thrust used to be. So I'm assuming it's just like an updated version of Thrust. And so the Discord community was allowed to vote on one mod that they wanted revealed for each of the different weapons. And the mod that got revealed for the Ember Blade is Pyro Strike, which is mod 4, which is whenever you create an enemy, you also burn that enemy. So as you can see here, the Ember Knight is critting and it applied to burn. So I feel like you can use this for a really good crit and burn build, since they synergize so well together with this one mod. I think it might be a really cool way to play, and it'll open up more pathways into different builds. So I think that's an amazing change. Now moving on to the Guardian Bow. So they also changed 4 mods here. There's 3 mods that are like completely gone, which is Slow Arrow, which is this one here, and then Decoy, which I never actually used, and then Stasis Trap, which I can totally understand why they took it away. If you've ever used Stasis Trap, it's pretty underwhelming. And then Quickness or Stimulated, I'm not sure which one this one is. It's one of those ones. It just gives 15% move speed. It has the same icon as mod 4 that they're adding. So I'm assuming it's just some adjusted value or maybe something completely different, but the icon just looks good and works for it. So there's 3 other mods that they used. Mod 1 looks like it has something to do with marked shots, like maybe more damage when you hit a marked enemy or something. Mod 3 looks pretty cool, but I feel like it's going to be similar to like mod X1X, like so this one, but I'm not 100% sure. And then mod 2 looks like some Ricochet, which once again, the Discord community voted for one mod to get revealed, and the mod that we got revealed was mod 2, which is Ricochet. Your charge attacks will ricochet to additional enemies. Now you can see in this little clip of what they showed us, when you charge your arrow, it'll ricochet off of enemies, and it looks so good. It looks like it might be super broken, and I feel like it's going to be a really fun way to use the bow. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I feel like you can make some pretty wild builds. Like, think about the Infested Mind poison build. Like, that just, you're just going to one-shot everything because the arrow is just going to ricochet. Like, I am full of different build ideas to do with Ricochet. It might be bow and poison build as the speedrun meta for 1.2. But it's all speculation, so we'll have to wait and see. Moving on to the Nexel staff. They changed 5 mods here. 2 mods got completely taken out, which is Connoisseur and this one that I can't think of what it's called. So those 2 are completely gone. And then these 3, which I'm not entirely sure what they're called. I know this one's Focus. They use the same icon or very similar icons. So I'm assuming it's some sort of updated version of that, or maybe just the icons works for the new mod. So they stuck with it. I'm not 100% sure. So they did bring 5 new mods. They kept these ones and they kind of moved around where things are. So now Wisdom and Clairvoyance are both on the same row, which I don't know how I feel about that. And Auto Orbs is also still on its own row with 2 new mods. So the Discord community decided to get mod 2 revealed, which is Magic Orbs. So 2 Seeking Orbs when a skill gains a charge. So this seems pretty good, as in whenever you refresh a skill or recharge, you shoot out 2 Seeking Orbs, which also gives you probably 2 refresh, which makes it so you can stack your refreshes faster and faster. And you also just get some bonus damage out of it because it is Seeking Orbs. So I'm thinking of some cool builds to deal with this. It also allows you to do a lot of more like refresh builds with a staff. So it keeps it in line with like how the staff is meant to be played, which is by using a bunch of skills. Moving on to the Rift Hammer. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't actually use the hammer. I don't think I've used the hammer that often. So this insight that I might have on it might be completely wrong and or completely skewed. So they changed 5 mods. They kept Leap, but they altered Leap. So hopefully it's still good, or better, I guess, than the 1.1 update. They reused this icon of the orbiting hammers, I think is what it's called. So I don't know if it's just going to be similar but altered, or if it's just completely new, but the icon still worked for it. Mod 1 looks really cool. It looks like it has something to do with like being above 75% health, or that's what I gather from it. Mod 2 kind of looks like some sort of like block or like reflect mod. Mod 4 is similar to what this mod was, but I'm not 100% sure on what it was because I don't use it. And then they kept the armor one and this other one here. They got rid of the weakened mod and the slowness one. And then also this mod here, they altered, as in this would allow you to charge all of your attacks, I believe. So this is now just a completely default thing that you can do with the base weapon rework. So all attacks can be charged now, and this mod that is shown in the green circle adds stun to all the charged attacks. So it's super useful, and I think you might be able to get some pretty cool builds with this, and I'm really excited to see what mod 1 is. Sadly, the Discord community voted for mod number 2, which is Defensive Stance. Also, once again, all of these numbers in all of these mods and stuff, they are subject to change. There is still a couple days before the update, so they can always change something. So as you can see in this little GIF, he takes 18 damage when not charging his attack, and then when he is charging his attack, he takes 15 damage, which is a 20% decrease. So you gain 20% damage reduction while charging. So that doesn't seem too crazy, but I believe you should always be charging with the hammer. So it seems like it's a pretty good build. Plus it allows you to become more of a tank, which is kind of what you're meant to be doing with the hammer. Plus, you know, the little secret, or not secret, but like the special ability he can do with apples, where he smashes it and turns it into applesauce. That gives him 3 max HP. So this damage reduction will make your health more efficient because you'll take less damage. I do see some pretty good builds that you can use with this, but I don't use hammer, so it might not be that good. But I do see some big armor builds and other just like super healthy builds. Moving on to Razorwind. basically my least favorite weapon, but it is what it is. They gave it 4 new mods, and they took out Stimulated, which is I think what this mod is called, which means there's no innate 15% move speed anymore. They kept Live Wire and the AoE on third attack, I believe. They got rid of Teleport and whatever this one is. I can't think of what this one is called. They also got rid of the Bigger Wind mod. So like when you hit an enemy, the Razor Wind projectile gets bigger. And they added in 4 new mods. One mod has something to do with crit, so I feel like it's gonna be some sort of like either you scale crits really well, or you gain crits, or maybe it's crit on like third attack or something. I don't know, that's just speculation. The mod that everybody voted for in the Discord community was mod 3, which is precision. So I don't know if they took away the fact that your Razor Wind, like charge attack, can hit multiple enemies, because I know it can do that before, or at least I thought it could. So they might have just got rid of that, and now it's a mod, so your charge attack's tipper hits twice, which you can see in this little GIF. If they took away it as a default thing, which I think is what they did, it makes this mod much more useful, and it might be used a lot. I don't see this weapon being meta for speedrunning, but we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on to the Reaper's Toll, the 6th and final weapon of the 1.2 update. So they changed a lot. They got rid of 6 mods. Now, the 6 mods they got rid of was the entire third row and the entire second row. And that's massive, because I thought they were going to keep this healing mod here, which allows you to heal for +2, which, yes, I agree that it was pretty broken, but it also allows for some pretty fun builds. Now, they got rid of all of the slash attacks, or what the mods used to be, and they added in a bunch of new ones. They kept the these slash effects. So this one is you use a skill, you gain 1 slash charge. This one is when you kill a slashed enemy, you get a Seeking Ghost. And this one is when you kill a slashed enemy, go into the dark, or like invisible kind of thing. The 6 mods that have been introduced, they all look really cool based on like their icons and what I can see of them. Mod 6 is the one that they voted for in Discord community, so that's what we were given. So your slash projectiles conjure ghosts when fired. So watching this, you can see that when you slash, and he used all 3 charges, so I'm assuming each charge of slash conjures 1 ghost. So there's 3 ghosts there that he conjured. And it looks like they do a ton of damage. So I'm assuming it's still like the Urn of Vengeance damage, where it's 150% of your base damage. And if it scales like that, that makes this that much better. And I can see it being a pretty cool build to run, with a lot of potential other builds and supporting builds. Now, moving on to the relics that they changed, or not changed even. They spoiled, or not necessarily spoiled, but they hinted towards this. So Doom Turtle Greg said, I need to take my dog for a walk, but I can't find his leash. And then he sent this photo, and he said, it looks kind of like this. Can you help me find it? And it got me thinking of what they could be doing with a leash. Like, what is this? What could it do? And what rarity is it? Now, this is all speculation, that I call it a dog leash just because he's taking his dog for a walk and he needs to find the leash, right? I have no idea what this is. My only speculation is something to do with like either having more pets, or not necessarily pets, but like more summons, or maybe I don't know. That's all I got. Like I'm baffled by it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's a weird thing that he like spoiled for us. Not spoiled, but like teased. And now I'm like trying to think of possibilities, and I just can't. I'm excited for it, to say the least. Moving on, there's also this unknown selector that I'm going to call a Relic upgrade selector, because that's my take on it. I got this photo from the Ember Knight's Twitter, so it's weird. Like, it looks like a Relic selector, but it's blue and it has these upgrade arrows. So I think it's a Relic upgrade selector, which basically means that when you open it, all the options are going to be relics that you already have that you can level up. So whether it's 3 options or 4 options, I don't know. But that's my speculation, and who knows, maybe I'll be right. Now, this last thing that I wanted to talk about here is the Ember Tree. They added so many things to the Ember Tree. So if you have ever looked at your Ember Tree for like just a little bit and realized that there's only 8 categories as of 1.1, which means they added 2 new categories, and I believe that there was only like 17 different options that you could have. Now there's 30 different options. So there's a lot more options, and I believe they updated a bunch of things, because as you can see, this is a new icon, which I'm assuming is some sort of new like revive. This has something to do with a relic, because they've used a similar icon for relics in like when you first start. The room that you go to get your first relic looks like this, or has that icon. Now this one is super interesting. It's a staff with a flame on it. So somebody was inferring that maybe it has something to do with meteor, but I don't know. It seems awfully kind of feels like there's gonna be something to do with like status effects here. And then this one's gonna be gems, or something to do with gems. Maybe you get bonuses off of gems, like maybe each gem you boost by like 1 or like 1% or something, or maybe every time you pick up a gem you get a small gem or something like that, right? It seems pretty balanced, although I don't know, this is all speculation. They also changed the icons, or maybe just it's straight out, like just replaced things in the damage route here. This used to be like confidence and fury and then earned power, but oh, maybe it's just this one, because this one's earned power. I don't know. They're also showing easy money, which is whenever you enter a rift, you gain 100 coins. So that's probably stayed the same, maybe slight adjustments. Now, onto the bottom row. This looks like something to do with Bob, maybe, or like poison, or although poison's purple in this game, so it's probably something to do with Bob. And then the one that he's hovering over looks like a dice, so it's probably some sort of reroll potential. And the one in the back here looks to be the same icon as the relic selector option of getting two starting relics and then having 3 options in all the other selectors. We can see a little bit of lightning behind here, so it probably has something to do with lightning, or that's my speculation at least. If you have any questions, any comments, please comment them down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.